Donald Trump has decided that he's going to attack Hillary Clinton on religion. Now, remember, Donald Trump is almost completely non-religious. Some have said that he might be our first atheist president. Now, I don't know what his real beliefs are. I don't know if he's got any real beliefs. I do know that he doesn't know a thing about religion, and I'm going to show that to you in a second. But nonetheless, he has no qualms attacking Hillary Clinton and President Obama on the issue of religion. Let's watch.
Anything about Hillary in terms of religion. Now, she's been in the public eye for years and years, and yet there's nothing out there. There's like nothing out there. It's going to be an extension of Obama, but it's going to be worse, because with Obama you had your guard up. With Hillary you don't. And it's going to be worse.
Said the person in the background. Okay, now let's break that down. We'll get to Hillary Clinton in a second, but I have to note here, with Obama you had your guard up. Wait, why? Why do you have your guard up with Obama on the issue of Christianity more than you do with Hillary Clinton? I'm giving you time to think about it. There's only one answer, because he's black, right? I mean, so what? He's, okay, his father was from Kenya, his mother's from here, and he's so, like, yeah, there's a lot of people in the country that are from other places. Bernie Sanders' father was from Poland. We never asked about that, whether he had his long-form birth certificate or not. But in Barack Obama's case, maybe his name, right? Like, oh, you got guard, oh, it's a foreigner. Foreigner. Me mad at foreigner. Yeah, he's a half black, half white guy who grew up in Hawaii. Why would you question his Christianity? The other. He's the other. With Hillary Clinton, you don't have your guard up. Why? Why don't you have your guard up about Hillary Clinton? She's white. She's white like the rest of us. She's totally fine. But it turns out, oh my God, have your guard up. Because she might sneak in the fact that she's not at all religious. She never talks about it. Actually, that's not true. She does talk about it. She's a Methodist. In fact, the way she talks about it is actually rather annoying, as I'm about to show you in a second. But there's another guy who is recently trying to talk about religion when he never did before, and that's Donald Trump. Remember when he went to Liberty University and he said this?
And I asked Jerry and I asked some of the folks, because I hear this is a major theme right here, but 2 Corinthians, right? 2 Corinthians 3:17, that's the whole ball game. Where the Spirit of the Lord, right? Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. And here there is Liberty College, but Liberty University, but it is so true. You know, when you think, and that's really, is that the one? Is that the one you like? I think that's the one you like, because I loved it. And it's so representative of what's taken place.
2 Corinthians, that's the one you guys like, right? You Christians, what do you guys like? 2 Corinthians, you schmuck, right? Why is everybody laughing? That's the one you guys like, right? That's the whole ball game. Yeah, I think that's what Jesus said. In 3 Corinthians, he said, remember, this is the whole ball game. At Liberty College or Liberty University or whatever the hell this is. What do you guys like anyway, you Christians? What is it all about? I guarantee you that Donald Trump has been to more strip clubs than churches. Now, it doesn't matter. Jerry Falwell Jr., now running Liberty University, recently, just the other day, went and took a picture with Donald Trump in his office. He's so proud. He said, I don't care that you're not religious. That whole religious stuff we never cared about anyway. It's just us versus them. And you're one of us. You know, Donald, the white guys, the people who run the country. I mean, religious folks who believe in 1, 2, and 8 Corinthians. Right? That's what you guys like, right? So they go and take a picture. Now, I want to show you the picture. They're celebrating this, and I want to see if you could notice something in the background. Yeah, right behind them is a framed picture of Playboy. Now, these are the guys who, remember, moral majority, the smut of pornography and Playboy. They're the ones who went on a crusade on it. Them, not someone like them. Them, his dad, Jerry Falwell. You know who's on the cover of Playboy in that framed picture? Donald Trump. They don't give a damn about religion. It's all a ruse. It's not just Donald Trump who doesn't give a damn and who's using it as a punchline and a political talking point. It's also Falwell and all those people who pretended that they cared about religion. It was never about that. It was about us versus them. And religion was just a tool to do that. Now, back to Hillary Clinton for one final point. She is unbearable. She said she's a Methodist many times. In fact, Huffington Post reports the presumptive Democratic nominee is a Methodist who in 2007 says she carries a Bible in her purse. Oh, God, she's such a pander. It's unbelievable. Right next to the hot sauce, she's got the Bible. And whatever else you need. You're Jewish, she's got a Torah right next to it. Hey, you're Asian, she's got soy sauce right next to it. You think she wouldn't say it? You think she wouldn't say it? She'll say anything. So do I believe that either one of these characters is really deeply moral and religious and a person of faith? They don't even have faith in their own positions, let alone have faith in anything else. But Donald Trump attacking someone else on religion, ooh, that's rich.